Now we're recording. Wow.
Bloopers, yes?
Yeah, that whole. Happy International Men's Day, guys.
Happy International
This
Men's
has
Day.
never happened before. Okay.
Episode number
21,
Two.
22.
Yeah, episode number 22. Right, we start to lose count there, but 22. All right, so
We had the audio from that side, though, and we have the thing, so we can still use something from it.
Okay.
But
Okay.
on
you
the
know.
here what went on. We literally had a 10-minute long conversation
With
with basically not recording shit.
well, not on the audio aspect. So Jesus.
It was all right, it's International Men's Day. So it goes.
So we excuse.
We
We can
excuse.
take it. We
We
can take
excuse.
that. We can take that.
You can do
That is
what
a
the
test
fuck
run.
we want to do by
You can do whatever you
men,
want.
by-
Yeah.
He's boss.
A test run. A test run.
Okay. So we have a guest today.
Yes.
This guest took on, I guess,
A mantle.
the Black Girl Magic,
War mantra.
the war mantra for like how long this war lasts? This war lasts like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, it's about 2, 3.
So-
Yeah, about close to a
So
month.
he needs a
actually.
purple hat.
No, because
In
you
the
know,
city.
you know, social media is like Trinidadians is only take one thing for 9 days.
Yeah,
Right?
that's
That-
facts.
we have a 9-day culture. So for them to go prolonged past 9
Yeah,
days,
yeah, the
had to be
drag man.
serious
Yeah,
issues.
yeah. He take butter and bruise for masculinity, I would say, for us to not take bullshit. We have
Yes. So my name is Sion Faria.
the second time.
Right. I I am a simple guy with an opinion.
Right.
I'm a Pisces as well, so I tend to be a little vocal about anytime I have something to say, and especially as it affects society. I see that as a pivotal. Hearing something.
Yeah, that's the feedback we're not getting there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. So as I said, my name is Sion Faria. I am a guy with an opinion, simple Trinidadian. I always say what I feel, even though it does get me in trouble sometimes.
This time was
Yeah, this time it was a little bit more
was
than
this the
usual.
most trouble again too?
Yes, actually, no. Believe it or not.
Jeez.
But it was very how to say it? It was very traumatizing for the people around me.
Right,
But for
right.
me, I was in my glee.
It
now.
was just cool. It was in the
Yeah,
pocket of
yeah, I
confidence.
like them kind of stupidness now. But
All right, so Mr. Faria,
yes,
there's a distinction between two different types of women.
yes,
There's the single mother, and there's what you would proudly refer to as, or not so proudly, refer to as.
baby mamas.
All right.
Because
So,
if you
right.
didn't know, this is when he went on the internet, had a discussion about women that he would not take. He wouldn't take, and that's what he come into flag for. The single mothers or the baby, well, a lot of women, which I could probably think is baby mothers, came out in defense of themselves,
Yeah,
thinking, well, I don't want he gay, blah, blah, blah.
The
And the
usual
memes come out,
shame,
blah, 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 blah.
yeah.
And that's what we talking about. This was 2020.
21.
21.
Yeah, this was
This was
Oh,
like
God.
around COVID or the end of COVID.
actually it was the second day. We had the new lockdown. They had like
This is
new
the-
measures in
This is the
place.
center COVID.
Yeah, center. So everybody home on the phone.
Oh,
so,
Lord.
yes,
yeah.
And
it's
all you know
licks.
what going on with them baby mothers in the COVID time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's-
They're trying to make more children.
Yeah. Well, right. So I should probably say this. For all of you all who don't know, there is a distinction between single mothers and baby mamas.
Right.
A lot of people, what I realize, they assume it was the same thing.
Right.
So I know what you guys are asking. What is the difference between a baby mama and a single mother? Right. So the difference is baby mamas don't take accountability for their actions. That is the only difference between baby mothers and single mothers. You know?
Yeah.
One, do not take accountability for their actions. Everything is never their fault. It's never their fault. They're always throwing the blame on someone else, and they are always a damsel in distress, you know. And to me, that is very toxic, especially for the children that they bear. And those children usually have a very bad disadvantage in growing up.
You know, I like here, all the trigger words that is here now, toxic, accountability, all this bullshit that coming out today, but apparently being swung back. The blade getting swung back now.
imagine the word accountability. We reach a stage in society where the word accountability being a trigger word.
Is a trigger word.
Think about that, huh?
Naturally, yeah.
Just think about that.
So you're not accountable there?
Well, here's the best part. A lot of these girls are accountants. Go ahead, continue. Continue.
Yes. So, as I said, there is the distinction between baby mamas and single mothers. And my
Right.
post was referring to baby mamas. The very first line of my post was to all these baby mamas. I was referring to them. So, it was not single mothers.
It's still up there? Or like it on the internet?
No, that's still there.
Jeez, you didn't even take it down.
No, because it's my opinion. You understand?
I love it.
I will stand by my thing now.
And this man is an independent man. Because, women always want to say, I'm an independent woman. We as men don't need to say that, right?
Yeah,
but just
yeah.
reiterating that he's not under the pressures of corporate Trinidad and Tobago to take this shit down.
And he didn't, I don't think he had say any foul language or anything that was
The
so...
thing is, all right, that's a point to note. The name of this podcast is Heroes. Every show has had to tell them that. It was a joke, right? It's not a podcast to basically turn into a Howard's man name?
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern or a sex podcast or that kind of
Yeah.
madness, right? This was a jab at society, right? So we basically turn the donkey, the most cynical animal that we have, the most obstinate animal, into the noise that he's make, and we point it back at society and say, this is what it is. A lot of people will see the name and be like, I don't know if this could fit my brand.
All right.
What brand?
Leave it alone.
All right, cool. We're just leave it alone, right? But
Leave it
anyway, so getting back on the point, right? So the baby mama epidemic that has been taking place has been addressed by you.
Yes.
And they come under real flak, heavy fire, heavy bullets, everything coming down on you. What would you say was the catalyst for you actually coming out and saying this?
Very good question. So, actually, this was about 2 o'clock in the morning, right? I actually posted this around 3 o'clock in the morning. So, everybody home, and doing much and stuff. Now,
Why was up to?
No. Well, you're home, right?
Yeah, it's COVID, though.
Yeah, it's COVID. You're home, right? So you're up all kind of weird hours and stuff. And my brain does work. You see, when I ain't doing much, my brain does start to notice patterns.
Okay.
And I noticed, I say, but wait now. One of my friend, actually, long-time friend, actually messaged me, who's a baby mama now, by the way, right? And she messaged me,
3 o'clock in the morning.
insinuating some things, right?
Yeah.
And then I was saying, I was frustrated at the time. I was frustrated. I just get frustrated. And I was watching, she have a little kid, a nice little girl, right? And I saying, dog, all the situation she's in could have been avoided.
Yeah.
You understand? Like, I knew her before she became a baby mama.
mother.
I actually warned her about the individuals. I warned her about this. I warned her about... She's my real good friend, huh?
Right.
But she do shippiness now, boy. You understand? And she didn't take accountability for her actions. And now I can't be seeing this child suffering
Understood.
because of her selfish needs. And I just get fed up. And I just post.
So it was about her specifically.
No. But that was I don't want to say the straw that broke the camel back, because after she was talking to me, and as a result of her talking to me, I noticed patterns with other friends,
people.
closer friends. I say, but wait now, I seen a pattern here.
Right.
You understand? And then I just decide, hey, well, hear what? I people have to know about stuff like this. Now, this is the part where what was kind of my fault. So I
Is
did
this
share
accountability?
posts. Yes. I could.
Ladies,
we
this is accountability.
ladies,
Yes,
listen to
yes,
what
yes.
accountability sounds like.
Yes. So this is actually the part where I would say is my fault, right? I could have done more to stop that situation, right? Secondly, for the post itself, I actually changed my settings to everybody before, because I had to post up something before.
So typically you was a guy who don't really post for the public.
No, I don't really post. I just
You was
post to my
looking for
friends.
it. You was looking for this.
No. But the post before that, I wanted for it to be like a public post, right?
Okay.
And I forgot to turn back off the toggle of everyone. You understand? And then I did just
Everything
post stuff, and I
amplifies.
went and sleep after.
Yeah.
I just put stuff and be like, all right, cool. Then I get up the next morning, I set up.
Viral.
Yeah, you bring the internet.
Yeah, boy, I seen trending on Will something in the
Training
New
back.
York or something. No, it was in New York.
Shade
and
Room?
thing. Shade Room.
Shit.
Yeah, it was on Shade Room.
Them
and
never
thing.
qualify interview.
All
Nah,
kind of people.
remember-
We get the first one.
Nobody remember, right?
No, real. I was on news and all kind of thing.
if they
bring-
yeah.
If they
news
bring
and
this
all
man
kind
on
of
the establishment, remember, a lot of people have corporate interests, right?
thing. Yeah.
No, she had room about that. That's what
They're boated.
That's what they're
All
about.
right, cool. Well, yeah. Now we'll I'm gonna tell you. Yeah.
No, but that was the reason why. So that's kind of why it went viral,
Right.
right? But at the end of the day, it's still something I felt strongly about, and I needed. But the interesting thing is the amount of men who reached out to me after that, in my DMs, and like pouring out lines upon lines of their stories and their experiences, and I say, no, these men need therapy.
Yeah, but
I wasn't one that needed therapy. I really wanted to reach out to be like, hey,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know
yeah.
you from UE. Yo.
Yes.
You're good, bro.
Yeah.
No,
Because these hyenas is look to clout your hands.
Yes. And I saw all these men just reaching out, telling their stories, and I say, dog, these men have no place to vent.
absolutely
you know?
no place.
And you became because that was the talk that spread.
Yeah.
The talk that spread was, he timed this because he's trying to set himself up as the Trinidad Kevin Samuels. That's what the talk that was. He trying to put himself up as the Trinidad Kevin Samuels.
yeah.
So you see, that's why he had the glasses and he had the shirt and tie.
Yeah,
and then I think he had
Not
to do
knowing
something
the
like,
man was just working on his business and doing
yeah.
Boy.
And that's what I thought. He had like some kind of Zoom thing, but I'm not sure what it was for.
my Zoom call. Yes, we
Yeah.
do
They done
research,
other, so I had other little things going on at the time.
But they make it like, you see this man, it had the memes was like, this man is a genius. This man basically is like, it had a meme where like your face is slowly fading and it's turning into Kevin Samuels. It's like, yo, that's Kevin set you up. I hear so much conspiracy theories about why you do that. And it was just...
All right. Good. So this is a nice segue because you want to get into the... I fed up talking about this boy though, right? So this is just like we just go and touch on it and move on.
No
right?
problem.
This whole dating situation in Trinidad.
Oh, gosh.
Do you go on dates?
Yes.
Like dating app or like his...
No. I don't do that dating app.
Well, all right.
Jesus.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Right? I noticed something by too, man. And I'm going out on a limb here, fight me, whatever the case is. Ladies, it is what it is. We love all the same way, but all the other shit, right?
I stopped going on dates because, anyway, you know why.
So here we don't rest my dog, but Jesus Christ. Here was the issue of it.
Right.
Women and men overestimating their value in this whole situation. We have women who kind of have main character energy.
Yeah.
With
Oh my God.
use a movie specialist. We just call the people who's come and double up. Like
The
a
Stunt
extras?
doubles?
yeah, so they have
Okay, so-
main character energy with stunt double credentials.
Attributes. Yeah.
Right?
They look alike person, but it's not the person.
They're not
Oh my God.
They only fake it till they make it train. You know?
sometimes they can't fake nothing. But
Yeah,
you
boy.
just-
Yeah.
You're not it. Right? Men as well.
Yeah.
You're not him. But what we see now is that people actually you went out recently, everybody in a bar or a club is the star.
Yeah.
You know, and that is one of the main contributing factors now to this delusion that taking place. Because when this so-called main character ends up in a situation, they expect the benefits of being it.
Yeah.
So if you have a
You talking about like when we went out? We went out.
yeah,
That's what you talking about.
yeah,
It was crazy.
it was absolutely
When we were going UE was different than when you was going, you at the tail end of when it was good. Nah, after the tail end, it sucked at that when you was good. You didn't understand what UE was.
Explain to the man what you mean here.
Bro, UE in itself was like our extreme party culture.
Yeah.
It was.
Well,
I don't know. At least when we was going to the bar on campus and stuff.
Equinox.
I was there when it had the bar on campus as well, but I was on the tail end of it.
That's it.
Yeah,
So when to go a club, the guy before it was one person could afford all the bottles and all the spray. You remember it had the kind of starlight on the bottle and
What
thing.
that happening now to her, but
Now everybody doing it because everybody had a job now.
you see one baller in the club.
You used to have one guy.
Yeah, doing
Or
that.
two, or
One
like
main
a section,
character.
and it's like, oh, I want to be in this section. No,
Yeah.
because you got a little job. No, you could be the main character. You could be the star.
Yeah,
So now it have 4 or 5 sections, and you could be here, and you could be here, and it's like
Never mind your savings. Never mind you don't have that kind of money to spend.
Yeah.
you can do it
Just-
fan night. You can't do it like how he was doing it. Because when
Every
we
weekend.
was doing it, that was the thing. It's like that because he was liming with Brian Lara or something. Like he was our baller. He had that kind of money. But he was just like the drug dealer.
He was pumping heavy arm weight, if you want to call it that.
But
Yeah,
no, it's like, oh, what he's do? I think he's the brand manager for XYZ, and
Yeah.
he just drinking his brand at the club and making it look like he's
Yeah,
started.
yeah.
So we, with that in context, we're looking at people now who outside here putting themselves in a scenario where you might end up a baby daddy or a baby mother girl,
Right.
behaving like this.
Because even when fine dining for me when I was a child was KFC on a Friday. That KFC on a Friday, that wasn't like how it was now.
Ideal. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like you get KFC on a Friday, all it get through.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Chinese
yeah.
food on a Friday. And it was typically once a week. It wasn't every day.
Lucky.
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Lucky you.
So now it reached a point where restaurant week. So when you gotta start you get a job, you gotta now probably take out a girl for some more than a gyro, and it was a special occasion. In my career, Benihana's, as when like Benihana's was a thing, or what does that? J Malone's was our next.
Dog them places on them. I didn't.
No, you understand, but you had to have a kind of level of money, and it was a special occasion. Now restaurant we come out, you meet a girl,
Yeah.
you dig in she vibe. Wait, nah, you can't carry amount for a gyro.
Yeah,
You gotta carry me for
expectations.
something a little bit more than a gyro.
Boy, not me now, boy. Take 2 doubles by the stand there and cool yourself.
Red man energy.
I don't go through that.
So greasy.
I don't go through that, partner.
You see how that man is value for yourself
Nah.
as a man.
Yeah, I agree with that, right? Now, what I would advise men to do though is that, well, what this is what I do, right? Is create more of an experience with the girl rather than you go in a fine dining. What I mean is,
I will stop you there.
Right. No.
What do you mean this? What do you mean
You're
this?
going down finish, you know?
Huh?
You're going down finish, you know?
Go ahead,
Because
go ahead,
you're
go
right. You're on the absolutely right track, dog. I'm not going to stop anything you say. I just want to add something before you go.
All right.
Creating an experience would require character, right?
Right. Yes.
And what we're seeing is a lack of character.
Lack of personality, lack of
Personality and character.
It's lack of.
All right? That tends to come from the baby mother.
Oh, yeah.
It leads back to mommy.
Yeah,
It
boy.
leads
yeah.
all
To
the
mama,
way back.
mama, mama,
Yeah,
mama.
to mama. All right? Because they don't have that experience of being an absolute man.
Yes.
Right? So you can finish what you're saying now, brother.
Right. Well, in the event that you do find some form of character, right?
Yeah.
Do this, right? And it saves money, it saves time, it saves all those things, right?
Yeah.
Rather than carrying a girl out for a restaurant week or some kind of thing, so
Right.
buy a $60 blanket, right? Buy 2 doubles, get a music, a little Bluetooth speaker there.
All right.
You go down in, I don't know, Westmoreland, somewhere on a nice park, in a park area. You throw a little blanket,
Handle this.
you 2 doubles, just talk about life, any little thing,
That's
simple stuff.
That's only work for it. That only might work for you, eh? Curly hair, light skin.
Man.
Curly hair,
man. You
light
can't do
skin.
better, man.
Nobody
When you're
else
selling
light
my
skin.
short, boy.
Nobody do it, but
When
here
you're
why?
selling, man.
We have
But you
experience
see,
with
it's how
this.
we approach the situation now.
Hold
boy.
on. We have experience with this. Have a little
Hey, well,
mathematical equation here.
All right, let me hear you.
Yeah, the little math. It's not equation. It's more
Yeah.
like a little adding and subtracting. If a woman is less than 5 or from 5 and above,
In looks.
out
It's
of
all-
10.
it's all
Right.
looks.
Every woman from 5 goes straight up to 10, looking at men who is probably 7, 8, 9, 10.
Fair enough. Fair argument.
The men below 7, the 65, the 43, the 21, do not exist.
Yeah. And
So for this 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, to even get that impact,
What again, any party?
how they even going to start
It's
to
big-
tell this girl,
Peter play.
I want to carry you Westmoreland and we sit down and buy somewhere and
right.
she letting him know, big man, no. Right?
She does no. First off, she does not like the guy,
She don't want him.
but she
So
want
how
a
you
meal
gonna-
though.
Or you
Yeah,
gonna tell
yeah,
a
yeah.
woman that don't want a man
Right.
to go with this man.
Keep
for
in
$2.
mind,
Right.
keep in mind, he's not an ugly guy. You
Right.
have not you don't have the nappy, quote unquote nappy hair.
Right.
Yeah.
You come from a what we call it good hair, light skin, but ethnicity, wherever you mix it.
Understood.
So you get put into a kind of higher end of the box because no offense, girls will want to be with you or breed for you because like I gonna get a light skin child.
Have
Right.
real brethren.
colonialism.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's boy, that another societal
Yeah, yeah,
thing we
yeah.
need
So,
to deal with now.
it works in your favor. I'm not saying
Yeah.
it shouldn't
Yeah.
because you're getting through. But at the
Right.
same point in time, Okay, I
it
can't
disenfranchises.
How you
I
gonna-
want shade lower.
How you gonna tell that?
No, but disenfranchising a lot of men. I agree with that. I
Right,
agree
because
with that.
there's involuntary celibacy
Yeah.
that you can't tell an involuntary celibate what you just experienced with a girl
Yeah.
to go and practice
Are
it.
they
Right.
involuntary celibate women? Or that's just a strictly
Nah,
male
nah,
thing?
nah, that's a man thing though.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a man thing. That's a
So
man
we
thing.
have no
I-
woman that's like, nah. we'll
I
go
just see
there.
some jeepers having kids though.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
Hey.
Nah, what's up?
No, you know you.
Some gaboons
Yeah, Buzum Pengs.
having kids, and I was like, wow,
Caught him.
that guy.
Yeah, boy. Yeah. No, what's up? You had to look at the bigger picture there. It have a man who dealing with that.
But I was saying
Well,
that
and,
guy.
and he's happy to deal with it.
Right, and that is...
Jesus.
And he's happy to deal with it. That's the next part, eh? It's one thing he have it and it's like he hiding it. Have men who have them bosom pengs or what we call them creepers,
Gaboons.
them gaboons,
Yeah.
and like holding the hand, kissing, she put them don't give a shit. That's he girl. He cool.
I respect them.
That's
man,
true love. That is
but
true
yeah.
love.
The men cut from a different cloth.
Yeah.
Teflon.
Now, well, at the end of the day, if it make him happy, well,
No, because he not watch and he not holding nothing like that. You know, he is staying
he
with
love-
this
he
girl. And
love.
he is in
Hey,
love.
to be honest, I only know one man like that. Killer Bush, wherever he stand up, big up yourself, dog. He don't give a damn.
No, but I
Yeah,
watch.
yeah, respect them,
bro,
man.
put them
Yeah.
deserve a purple heart.
Yeah,
Them
yeah,
out
yeah.
to the front lines taking
Yeah,
shots.
boy, yeah,
because
boy.
they
Fire.
they just get insulted by everybody.
yeah.
Yeah, he don't
It-
care.
And he's just like, bro, I love my girl.
Yeah.
No. To be
And
honest,
then I
I-
give us
I
come-
respect them. No. But we should still be happy for them and genuinely.
at least they get
Yeah.
get the outlet.
Yeah.
But so you giving the young men advice
Right.
is like you could probably give me the advice,
Right.
And I go be like, yeah, that go work for me. Let me get a blanket and thing. But let me say a man who is not look like me, don't have the mixed features, the waves
Right.
or whatever. What can he do?
Right. Let me show you what he could probably do. No, as I say, I cannot speak for everybody.
Understand.
Right? But all I'm saying is that every man come to these ladies with money. Everything is money.
They lead them with a wallet.
They're starting off with a wallet, right? Now, we all know money. Yes, you need money. You need money to have some form of, but you see, as I said before, women responds to experiences. You see, this is the part where I could I don't want to say defend women, but women are not necessarily gold diggers. Wait.
I didn't say
Let
anything,
me finish.
We ain't gonna
Let
fight
me
them,
bro.
finish. Right.
And stuff you there.
Yeah. No. I know
gonna
everybody
fight
could and say thing now, but I don't think women are inherently gold diggers.
Okay.
What they are time diggers.
Understood.
Right? Because you see, with the money, you could get to spend a lot more time with the person.
What you saying them again, son?
Right.
No,
because
yeah,
no,
I
because
understand.
You ever get this speech? It's my time you're asking for. And I get that before,
Serious.
Like a girl has told me, well, if a fella taking you out, whatever, we and I was talking about the same kind of shit, and she say, well, it's my time, so you gotta pay for my time. And I had to tell her, I say, my girl, you work I call for $21 an hour. You should be giving it, if it's 2 hours, $42. She get real upset with me, She get real upset with me. No, I was like, you know,
Dog.
how much your time worth, girl? I call paying you, like,
this man quota exact figure.
no, I was working. I go, no, legit. I was making more. I was working ICO. I was making more than you started work. So how much your time really worth?
$42 for 2 hours.
Yeah, so
man, how you gonna do shit out?
I'll give you the 50 and give you back $8.
No way, but as I say, I inherently think it's time diggers because you see, they like more the experiences what money could give them.
Okay.
Right? Not necessarily money itself, but they like to spend the time that the money could allow you to
Yeah,
get.
because that rich man who do be getting gives at all.
So question.
Yeah.
Yes, go on the dates.
Right.
Blankets, whatever.
Right.
When they pull out the camera now, because I see in this too, they'll pull out the camera, take a picture of all the shit on the table.
Right.
And for some reason, it's over you or it's underneath you. You don't know where it
Well,
is.
let me be honest with you. Well, I'm glad.
Oh,
Talk it up, dog. Talk it up. Don't beat up.
Hey.
Listen, we
Yeah.
there with you.
So
Talk
you're
it
not
up.
trying to be on.
No. I not on that.
Yeah,
Because at
show
the end of the
you
day, remember, as I say, women, a lot of their value is based on how they are perceived to the
Yeah,
world. So,
social,
for example, the makeup,
social proof, yeah.
everything is about how they look to the world.
The social proof, yeah.
Yeah, that is why makeup, Botox, all them thing making millions.
Yeah,
you understand? Because they are attacking the insecurities of women, right? So if they want to post for their friends to show their friends that, hey, you're going to take me on a picnic dinner or whatever the case may be, right? So be it. That is your line of work. That is what you do to establish your value. You understand? So I leaving them, let them do the thing. Leave me, let me do my thing. Right?
Understood.
That is my opinion in this situation now.
But this will also come from our man who is our man show. It's International Men's Day. We had a touch on the topic of finances and economics.
Yeah.
All right. We want to guide our younger audience members into really what it takes for you to maintain your masculine frame from a financial point of view.
Right.
You know, we was talking before the podcast started that, you know, majority of men these days need at least 2 jobs.
Yeah.
Two sources of income.
2 sources of income, at least.
Yeah.
So this is a more serious note now where we had to start to look at, hey, if you're not up to scratch financially, you have no business looking for no woman.
Yeah. I agree with that. That's completely agreeable with.
Right.
I own that.
After 25, because prior to that, everybody that be going to school.
If it's a student, that thing, you can understand.
Yeah.
You remember going to college? It's like, I ain't no money like that, girl. So it's like, hey, whatever.
I had girls buying food for me. And
Everybody had that position
Yeah.
where we was like in a
you have
situation.
to understand that.
Cock tax, I used to call it. You have to pay.
Right? But after a certain age,
Yeah.
when you're actually starting to go out on your own and experience life from a different, out of the nest of the university or the nest of whatever institution you was in,
Yeah.
you had to at least have that financial cushion to play the game. All right?
That can't work as good as you think because we talking from the standpoint of, okay, primary, secondary, tertiary education.
No, well,
There
let
are a
me
lot of men who...
well, let me show you something, right?
Right.
I have up to my master's degree,
Right.
right? And let me be honest with you, my line of work, what I do, I make the most money from a certificate that I get.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand?
so
So I went to school all these years, you know, as I say, up to my master's degree I do.
And the white up work for you.
Huh?
I was saying white up, but the white up was
the
the
trade,
certificate,
the trade work for me.
yeah. The blue
You understand?
collar.
So all that is I don't want to say the matrix, but the matrix does fool a lot of people.
lot of
You can
people.
make plenty money as a plumber out there. You can make plenty money as an electrician. You can make plenty money as a tradesman.
Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Yeah, I tell
But
you,
it's
I wish
not-
I didn't know this information before I went to school.
But it's not the jobs that you... It's not the flashy job.
The
That's
status jobs.
Right. So
Yeah.
that is why you had to let your money talk fair. Right? Whether it's status jobs or no status jobs and thing, once your money reach over a certain amount, nobody going to question that.
It's true.
You understand? That for people with lower level thinking now, boy. You understand?
And
I'm telling you.
if a girl or a
Yeah.
woman questioning that and you have that kind of money, she not worth your time.
Thank you. Exactly.
Tell you, I was working ICO for a very while, and these same ICO girls are coaching on ICO fellas, and I had to put the age difference between me and them was like 10 years.
Right.
Because I was what the hell I was doing working there for that like that time, whatever.
Right.
But it was like 18. I was like no 29, 30. So I had like that kind
Yeah,
of
it's a good 10 years. Yeah.
that kind of age difference. So when I hear them talking about the fellas, I was like, how you coasting on he and both all you making the same amount of money?
Yeah,
It's like, I remember I call a girl low market value. You have a child here, no children.
Yeah.
Are you coasting on this? She was a baby mother.
Oh,
Real sweet girl, eh? Light skin thing, bottom, whatever. But when I hear her talk,
Yeah.
to this day, I was like, but use low market. I say it and I say it loud. Use low market value. What you getting on with? Oh, you call me low market value? Oh, XYZ. I say, well, you have a child for next man, he's a gunman. You have thing whatever. And your only noticeable thing is you could just bull. She's like, no, I can real suck prick too. I was like, well, okay, you can real suck prick. That's like, word for word. I can't make this shit up. That's exactly what she said. And I was like,
That's poisonous to our culture, boy.
Very uneasy.
and she have a son.
Yeah, boy.
She has a son.
So what will be his example growing up? You understand?
No, he can dance to all the Trinidad songs. Eh? You know all the Trinidad songs. I was like, that's going to be our role model coming up.
So for
boy.
men, what's going on? For men, get your trade up,
Yeah.
get your money up, get yourself up first. Fix your hygiene,
Oh, God.
fix your dental,
Your cheeses. Get rid of the cheese.
fix all them
Yeah,
things.
self and I gay.
Get yourself in a gear though, because I mean, you're giving women real excuses to be mediocre.
Yeah.
Right? When you come mediocre, she gonna be like, but you ain't even X or Y or Z. I could do X or Y or Z. And I was always say, you is the one responsible for saying whether or not you want this woman in your life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
So-
we make them choices. I sure. Yeah,
Correct.
they control access to sex. We control access to
Yeah.
relationships
You
and marriage.
listen to the Red Pill podcast?
No. It's not a red pill.
It's not,
man.
this is not even a Red Pill podcast.
Yeah. But no. I do.
That's what should have been the name of the podcast. This is not a Red
This
Pill.
is not a Red Pill podcast.
Yeah. We're not going through that. But on a real, like, you know, but that is true. That is an actual true thing.
Yeah.
You know, men control access to, you know, the matrimony and marriage and all that stuff, right?
But
So no, but I completely understand what you're saying with regards to getting your money up, getting all these things up, because remember our value is determined by how much we make.
the resources.
Right? Yeah, that's resources. Now, nothing is wrong with that. I want society to know that nothing is wrong with if your value, if you are based on your resources. To me, I find it's more simple like that, because you get exactly what you put into.
Yeah.
You understand?
That don't make it more transactional, though.
Not necessarily, because you see, even before modern society, it has always been like that. The strongest tribes win. The strongest tribes that have survived during winter. You know, so the more effort you put into life or your trade, is the more you would get out, right?
More you
So
have to
I find that is actually very good for us men, and is a more straightforward path for us. You
easier.
understand? It's easier, right? Now it's harder in the sense where, because it's so straightforward, it's easy to kind of knock a man off his game now.
Right.
You understand? Because it's straightforward, you could easily knock him off his game. And once he stop making money, people will no longer even consider that man a man. You know?
Yeah, he done for.
Yeah, he going through. You understand? You will see them as the vagrants on the streets. The majority of vagrants on the streets, they say it's male, it's men, right? Because they have no support for men.
When they fall over.
Yes. Yeah.
When they fall off,
When you fall out, there's no support.
Yeah.
You understand? At the same time, whether baby mama or not, it still have support systems. So baby
Your
mama
father's still gonna be like, okay, bitch, you come back in the house. I know you're bullying everyone there, but come and live with daddy. Your mother will bring you back out. Mind the children. As a man.
Exactly.
Because if you talk to some vagrants, like if you actually they able to communicate, a lot of them, you remember you used to tell me about the money, they have skills.
Nah, the man.
Skill, they have skill sets. If you figure out their life story, there's like they had proper jobs and stuff, and it's just one thing,
Take
either
them off.
mental health or is either drugs
Yeah.
and something that send them down a road that they could have never returned
Yeah,
from.
boy.
For a piper to get the name Science in the hood. You had to be knowing what you're doing, right?
Yeah, boy.
I see this man fix a fan with cooking oil and a piece of string and some wire that he pull off of a chain link fence.
Some MacGyver shit.
Some MacGyver shit, dog. Right? He come back the next week because he just do it for a little 10 ball or whatever the case is, right? But so the fan stop working, right?
But I tell you, that was
He do it so
Yeah,
that the
right.
fan stop working.
Right.
So he tell my grandmother, he say, it really stop working, girl. He wash up in his car, he look wrong. He say, bring some butter now. Right? There was them big steel fan on them. He say, bring some butter now. He say, I can fix it for you, you know. But it will take a little 5 minutes, I think, right? But why you take him a little $20 still now, please?
Right.
That man fixed that fan and it never stopped working until probably 2016 or 17. And this was I talking about when I was in secondary school, though.
2000s. So, you know, these men, it's not like they didn't start off as crackheads, bro.
Yeah.
They
That's
had
correct.
lives, something happened, a trigger, and that
Send
it
them
never
over
had a rehabilitation. You even men that in prison. Because I realize women that go in prison, they have a nice rehabilitation, you know.
Like them
It's like
coming out
like
better.
a retreat.
Them
It's like a
coming out,
retreat.
yeah, them coming out better.
But for
Like
men
way
in
better.
prison, you in prison, you going to be in prison for the rest of your life. You're going to come back out, go
Yes.
back in. Come
Yeah,
back out,
yeah,
go
But
back
brothers,
in.
brothers are all you understand something. I might not be in disagreement with how the system is. I might be in disagreement with certain things in it, but overall, this is why I think it is the way it is. And I could push back on it, whatever the case is, because it's a discussion, right? It's harder for men to bounce back because it's somewhat easier to understand the game. I was listening to a woman talking here, and she's like, it is so much difficult to find female friends. So much more difficult to find female friends. That's why they just look for male friends, right? Because there's more safety, men are a little bit more genuine, whatever.
Right.
Females will hate each other and still book trips with each other.
Yeah, boy.
Still be in each other's wedding as bridesmaids
And having
things.
sex with the groom.
And having sex with the husband to be. Right? So they are in a serious deficit when it comes to genuine interactions and relations. What
Fair
men,
argument.
what men have is that straightforward. Is either you could be it or you're not it.
Yeah.
right? And we know the dichotomy or the binary off the bat. So your masculinity is something that you had to grow in, build. What women have is something to lose.
Yeah.
So when I say I don't have a problem with the society being that way, we can't have all the men winning.
Yeah.
Somebody had to lose.
Somebody had to lose, though.
Yeah.
Does it have to be that way?
This is capitalism.
Oh.
Yeah, we live in a capitalist society. Man.
Gosh, but I had to read that manifesto, you know. Karl Marx wasn't that bad. Or bad.
Right? This is capitalism.
But yeah.
You know, so we look at it and we try to say it could be better, it could be this way, but when we fix it to the point that we're talking about something gonna have to pay, and it usually gonna be the woman. So this is a real polemic.
He's always trying to he's trying to get us cancelled every week. He's trying to make this statement to get us cancelled.
Yeah, this is gonna be it.
Let's go. Let's go.
There we go.
Drum roll, please.
All right, cool. Women are the weaker vessels.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah,
we can take that. That's biblical. That's biblical.
Yeah, that's
They're
literally
naturally the
science.
weaker vessels, right? Mentally they'll be weaker. Physically they're going to be weaker. All right. So as such, we need to give them some sort of cushion and comfort,
Like you would do a child.
like you would do a child.
That's fair.
So when we talk about the prisons easier, the affirmative action and jobs easier, whatever the case is, we need to understand that if you really make it to the standard of men, 1 out of 10 women might make it.
Yeah.
And that's going to be horrible for society. What we did, however, was overshoot.
Yeah, that is the problem.
And we make it so that any woman with any kind of skill set going on and say, well, I's a boss, I can get through.
Yeah.
What do you think we should do? Give everybody the dunce cap? Or like who get through on that is like, look, so yeah, you get through, but you wear the dunce cap, so it's like, oh,
Yeah.
she get you,
She get you, but
she get through.
she get you. So that would end up happening.
Yeah.
So it's really it's more technical and more complicated than just saying down here and saying, boy, them have it easier, the men have it harder.
Yeah.
Men have what we understand is institutional knowledge. You know, if you don't put in the effort, you play football, we play sports already.
Yeah.
If you're shit, you will let you know you're shit.
Yeah.
You go down, be scrubbing.
Immediately.
Yeah.
You scrubbing bench and coach
Right
man put
through.
me on, the coach man watching and
Bench, you
saying,
mean water.
Yeah.
There's water boy.
you're not going to make it. Right?
Yeah.
But that is how we set up our agenda.
And that has never changed, huh?
Never going
Never
to
But
change.
change.
females now,
us.
I think everybody's gas sweat.
I don't even know.
Everybody does gas sweat now.
For like female sports or
Well, I don't know about for female sports, but societally speaking, everybody does gas sweat.
and then when your team doing
But-
shit now.
Yeah, but that is the problem.
it's
That,
not doing
You're
shit.
real feminine, dog. That's basically what it is.
yeah, counterproductive to society.
Counterproductive to society. So there's not much motivation for men to actually be more masculine, right? When we look at it from that point of view, we can kind of ignore women doing what they have to do and focus more on, hey, young fella, little brother, here's the deal. You have to improve yourself. Regardless of what. Regardless if women become less promiscuous, more chaste or whatever, you still have to improve yourself.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee a woman pull up the socks today or tomorrow, they're not going to want
You.
99 or 89% of the men.
I want you.
Yeah? They're not going to want it because a lot of men, real, what's the word, boy? They lackadaisical, according to our brush.
Yeah, that's good. This stuff.
Lackadaisical, right? They're real lackadaisical. So this really is a show to, though you have a message in staying away from these women who are not willing to take accountability, not just baby mamas, because have a lot more.
Yeah, the pre-baby mamas.
Yeah, the
The pre-meds.
pre-BMs. pre-BMs.
Pre-BMs.
Pre-BMs, yes.
We wanted to also talk to men.
Yeah.
Young fellas, men who in their 40s and 50s is listen to this show, you know? Right? Because
And these messages like, yeah, boy, you know, I realize quiet desperation is a serious thing going on.
I tell you,
Like, how you hear the
I
message?
told earlier, I
Hey.
experienced it and I was like, I can't believe it. There's so much men who disenfranchised.
Big up you, Keston. Big up you, Keston. They give me flowers when we see it, and you literally was like, yo, you're listening to it the only time.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
typically what's happening is men go listen to it on the side.
Right,
Like,
right.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I, can't, I don't want my wife here, man, listening to it.
Listen to it and
Because she ain't really woman thing. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now that had a change, boy. Like at
They
the end of the day,
men afraid of their wives, or men afraid of their girlfriends,
or even their jobs.
or their jobs.
Yeah.
Especially corporate. Corporate.
Them don't want to hear that.
You are not allowed as a male to talk with a deep voice, especially to women.
Yeah.
Serious?
And when I say deep voice, I mean where I was working is like if you articulate yourself a little bit too, I find it coming across very aggressive. And you just like,
What is called a toxic masculinity.
yeah. And look how I speak. So you understand.
Yes.
I was in HR a couple of times. So let me just point out.
Wait, boy. Sorry to hear that way though.
Not really. Technicalities is always getting me off by pause.
I never had that experience, to be honest.
Good for you.
Yeah, boy. It's real weird. But again, I didn't really work in much corporate.
Once you're working in that corporate,
I had a HR experience already.
once you, it's,
No, this one a little controversial.
Yeah.
So I just let you know that. Now this one little.
Oh, kickers.
Yeah. Now this one little thing. So now I was working in the oil and gas industry for a number of years.
Okay.
Right? And I noticed, as I say, I like to notice patterns. And I noticed that, wait now, how come you don't have any women working in a particular operations department? So I go on by one of our managers and I say, wait, how come you have no women working here?
Yeah.
Right? So they say something to do with the chemicals in the air and some kind of thing, so right? So I say, all right, cool, no problem. So me and one of my other co-workers was performing. And I was telling her that how I was like, hey, in society, women have rules and men should have rules. In order for our company to function properly, women should have rules, men should have rules.
Yeah, the gender
Right?
roles, yeah.
The gender roles, right? And because of what I said, because I say, a man is generally better at turning 1,000 turn valve. Right?
Understood.
It's 1,000 turns this valve thing, right?
CNC
Men
no more.
generally, now obviously that's some big strapped women out there, right? But the general sense is most men are a little bit better at turning 1,000 turn valve.
manual labor. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And women better at organizational skills. I must say that.
Administrative work. I wouldn't say organizations because that's administrative admin
right?
work.
They
And
have,
I get
they have
pulling.
computer like mines.
Yeah. And I get pulling HR for saying that. And I was like, what?
So just say
And I'm sure you said it in a very casual way.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, what?
How I end up here? How did I end up here?
Yeah, I was like, but all and these must ship us too now. I tell the HR manager at the site that this is where my asshole thing that kind of start now. I say, but Ball, you don't hire women anything. All you not fooling me.
Yeah.
You
I ship
understand?
I ship it. I ship it.
Yeah,
it's
all you
plain
not
to say.
hiring women because at the end of the day, the almighty dollar talks.
Of
And this
course.
goes back to what you're saying with men. How to swing it straight back to men because at the end of the day, the mighty dollar, as much as it shouldn't be, the mighty dollar runs capitalist societies.
Yeah, it's capitalist.
Right? And especially for men, our job is to rake in as much capital as we could.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And to do it responsibly. And please, men, gentlemen, you see, the ladies could, if you have a very shitty lady by your side, she will pull you down and stop you from reaching your full potential.
If that girl
Right?
on too much social media, she might be shitty. She getting corrupted by too much different things.
This
Yeah,
is
so-
that was a polemic, controversial statement.
If you have a shitty lady,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care.
these two women, these two.
No. We not hate a woman. We not.
It have shit women.
But it
It have
does-
shit,
it
it have
does
shit
have-
men as well.
Yes.
It have shit
correct,
men as
correct.
well.
Someone
Yeah,
you
they
don't
call
ever
a speed
hear-
a speed.
Someone you don't ever hear us say that. There's always here the shit woman part.
Okay, I'm going to say it 3 more times. It have shit men, it have shit men, it have shit men. When the AI pick the clips, they will still pick the shit woman part.
No, somehow though.
The
Right?
Matrix.
It's the Matrix, but
Yeah.
yeah. So you're right, right? Definitely we touching on everything masculine, as is International Men's Day,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Big up all of yourselves, all these shit men and the good men too, right? I like.
All the Jedi. We
Yeah, the
scattered.
Padawans and the Jedi.
The Padawans and the Jedi. We scattered, but we bringing back the order.
Yeah, we had to bring it back.
We had to bring back the order, right? Because I am really appalled by a lot of the things that has been seen on social media. Right? And I don't even scroll as much as I used to because I stopped. It started to get out of hand. I was looking at just yesterday with I don't know if you would have noticed
Where's that?
on social media. I really like to watch a lot of Navy SEAL stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Man, shit.
I like to look at that shit, right? And what the guy was talking about is why they don't have women in the SEAL teams,
Oh, sounds familiar.
right? And you just touched on a point just now where it's not the women that shoot women, you know, but women come with a certain set of drawbacks.
When bullets are firing, sir, I don't
Yeah.
want Keisha on the side like you. I tell them, what you doing here?
Yeah.
And this is where my polemic statement gonna come. If Gaddafi had only probably like a team of elite male bodyguards, probably you would not be dead.
Pull up his, well, you can't pull up his Muammar, you go on.
He would have probably be like, hey,
Yeah, boy,
what?
Gaddafi.
Gaddafi, some of them was
yeah.
wet, you know. Some of them, I said Gaddafi, them protecting you.
Yeah, that team boy.
The team was wet.
Yeah,
But in my mind, when the shots was them ducking in a Milan shootout, I'm not looking for my girl to be like, oh, pass me the gun. I like,
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
whoa.
yeah.
oh shit, we gone dead.
Right?
Yeah.
So
We
the man
gone
was
then.
basically talking about give 3 solid points why women should not be on SEAL teams.
Right.
He said number 1, when you drop a SEAL team in our country, he said if it's 12 away in our team, though, what they will do is they would send the SEALs in to go and take over the entire country.
Right.
This is the men who going to be behind the scenes in the economic forum.
Right.
They're going to be behind the scenes in the energy forum. They're going to be behind the scenes in the social forum. And they're literally going to be behind the scenes in the crime forum as well. Too.
These is killers of killers.
These are killers are killers. These are the people who go and actually be pulling the strings in your country without you even know it.
Yeah.
Hacking, doing the most. Sometimes they say there are 2-3 wives in our country, they're doing the most.
Right.
Right? What tends to happen is that you have to be somewhat psychopathic. Cold-blooded.
Yeah, it's true. It's
You
true.
can't be a normal person.
Can't be
yeah.
a normal person to do that.
You have no emotional attachments.
Send the girl there, she come and breathe for Hakim.
That is
like,
what,
I think I love
so
you
you
from
say,
this mission.
so you say the first thing is woman does be emotional, this thing with the
Yeah.
emotions, right? And that is going to jeopardize the bottom line at the end of the day. Secondly, when people on the SEAL team they have a brotherhood, have a bond, whatever, if a brother end up in shit on one section, you have to remain under cover. You can't just go and out yourself and say, I come to save my dog.
Yeah.
I don't know this guy. You had
Yeah.
to still pre-hold
Yeah, they
cover
keep
watching this man
main
get
mission.
tortured.
Yeah. When men and women have that kind of filial, brotherly, sisterly kind of love, men tend to go above and beyond to save the weaker vessels.
Yeah.
Is your little like your sister?
Yeah.
Yeah, like your little sister. You would
So
do
you would
anything for
jeopardize
her?
and
Yeah.
compromise the mission. Right? So that's the pregnancy aspect, they fall in love with people who are not supposed to be falling in love with aspect, the jeopardizing of the mission aspect. And that the first 2 alone I could touch on, that will kind of like correlate back to men with being with women.
Yeah.
If this partner that you have is not necessarily equipped to deal with your type of lifestyle, what you're going to find is that you will be taken off of your purpose much more to make sure that your partner.
Yeah. And 2 all, you could get compromise as a
Compromise
result.
off of that.
Yeah, compromise the whole operation.
So what if the girl is a psychopath?
Few and far between.
Yeah.
But then a psychopath now still has to go through basic training. She'll have a period. She'll have to do.
Yeah.
And it's something that is not necessarily kind to women.
Yeah.
Because to become an Navy SEAL is literally totally shit out of you.
Yeah.
Right?
This make you tolerant to pain. that
Yeah.
kinda-
Yeah.
Send you crazy basically.
Yeah, it is basically, yeah. That's correct.
So when you send a woman crazy, what you're basically doing, a man who went crazy can still make children and take care of each other and everything. A woman who went crazy, when her offspring comes out, you don't want to see the backlash of that.
Postpartum depression, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's really looking at it from that point of view is be kind of mindful of how to vet your partner.
Yeah.
If you're looking for that. There are men who want multiple, as I said before. A lot of men want multiple partners.
What's your thoughts on that?
What is your thoughts on
All right.
that?
If I'm being honest with you, guys, if you want to go around multiple partners, if you're young, no sin.
Free up.
You
I don't
understand?
want
Free up, play the field.
marriage kind of.
Marriage kind of thing. No. I
Determined.
wouldn't recommend that. I would recommend just, stay single. Thing. If you're at a certain stage in your life, you should get married or stay single. You understand?
Understood.
Like,
Because that men who want to play the field,
boy, you see, let me tell you the problem with the playing the field part, right? Well, what I've experienced so far in my little life so far, right?
Don't tell them everything.
Yeah, I said it, right? Is that this might sound a little controversial, but
We getting cancelled that day,
Run.
boy.
running for the men out there, running hose is very expensive.
Yeah, boy.
You know what I mean by running? No, I don't literally mean like who's. It mean
No,
like you're running
yeah,
gills.
running
Right?
gills.
Running gills. It's very expensive. And if you want to actually become like in terms of long term, build up your wealth, build up your money, especially for people like me who starting from scratch, right? That is very counterproductive. Now, me saying when you're developing, do go wrong, no go and live in a mountain and do talk to nobody. Me saying that.
My dogs have to live.
Yeah, but don't overextend yourself to the point where it upsets your capacity to make your living.
My fake
Understand?
father used to tell me this. He say, okay, if I had to go to point A to B, I wouldn't go to point D to get with a sweet girl. Just to go back to point B now. You understand? So I wouldn't go out and way to get a sweet girl. But if I ugly girl on the way to point B, she'll get like down. Bam. And you legit is just like, yo, I know I have a purpose. Forget this. I'm not going out of my way in no part. If she on the way.
Yeah.
That's a logical. way to look at it.
Yes.
And-
That makes sense.
But that then
I
you gonna
do
be like,
advise.
you know, can ugly girls take over? But
But now do study that because this is the thing. When you reach a certain stage and you're bringing up your money and thing, that girl who was at point D will find she way to your point.
what I
Always.
realize is a lot of men like men, and I don't mean that they gay.
Yeah.
There's bold girls for you.
Oh, for
Yeah,
the
that's-
validation.
Oh yeah, boy.
Yeah, no. So I
too
so
big
I-
for that,
so
boy,
I know-
fellas.
So
boy.
I know. I don't like this girl, but I know Sion. If I like down the girl, hey, why Sion boy taking this flick now?
look at
Watch that video now, boy.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
you're
going
looking
on.
for that
A lot of like
masculine-
man behavior going on.
Yes.
As opposed to you genuinely probably like the girl, whatever.
Yeah.
Cool. Whether she good looking or not.
Yeah.
That's a valid point to just bring up.
Stop
Yeah,
like
boy,
man.
yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
hashtag.
man.
Stop like man.
like man.
No,
Oh, that's the
seriously.
way episode.
Yeah, stop like man. No,
That's the way episode.
a
No,
man will
it's
be,
true, it's true,
a man
it's
will
true.
literally go out of his way to prove to other men
That he have it
he
like that.
jamming a best thing.
But
Right.
Take
Right.
it.
And let me tell you where that could probably stem from. That could actually stem from a domestic environment where you need that validation.
And he didn't never get
And he never had that now, boy.
Yeah, but I know what thing more than
Yeah,
that.
that's where it come from. You understand? All them bad men and them thing, them when they're showing off thing and gun and big gun and thing, they're trying to show other men, hey, so it's the case because they never had that validation to know, hey, yeah, boy, he had the biggest gun. They never had that.
Because I know the fellas, or at least when I was going to school, the fellas who really had girls,
The hitters.
you was never hearing from them. You know.
Never hearing from
They
them.
were- You was just like, I think that man is like, nah, boy. And
Because he had no time for you.
yeah,
had no
he
time
didn't want no friend. He want no friend.
That is all I
And
say.
then they decided to make, nah, he probably has something, yeah, blah, man, thing, whatever.
Yeah.
Just to shame the man, and he just like, whatever.
He said, okay.
Whatever.
That is cool.
No
You
problem.
understand? And that is why I need most men to start to adopt that mindset now, boy. You
Because
understand?
what it end up doing is end up putting themselves in expense
Yeah.
and then blaming women for their problems.
Yeah. And they becoming baby
Sims.
daddies.
They come in
Baby
Sims.
Sims and baby daddies.
daddies.
You
A lot,
understand? Don't be doing that
a
shit.
lot of men
us.
just find themselves in problems because of the thinking with the dick,
Facts.
right?
Yeah.
No, me saying I think a turn you on, you know. I think my must turn you on, you feel a certain type of way, but you getting absolutely zero current from this bird. You taking out of your valuable time
Yeah.
to go to a social media platform to tell this girl on a multiple point basis, hey, how you good? No reply. You see this girl somewhere, you try your best to approach the young lady, no reply. No reply. And you keep spending your time doing this until she realizes, but wait,
Or sometimes they might buy a drink. Hey.
it's a pop side bounce upon. When you find yourself actually doing more than you're supposed to do, she might give you a little current, might give you a little vice, whatever the case is. But this woman will use you till the day you are dry.
Unusable.
Yeah, you're no longer usable. And there's one to go and blame woman for that issue. That's
When he was getting clear signals.
Yeah,
she show you,
Signals.
like, dog,
She's not interested.
stop running along these. So
Yeah.
chasing hoes is a non-beneficial activity.
Yeah.
We should stop that. Well, not we, but oh gosh, try to stop it.
I just lazy.
Yeah.
I think I do because I'm lazy.
It's real effort.
It's real effort to do. Real effort.
Nah, boy, I tell you that real counterproductive, boy. Because you see it, as I say, it affects your mental health as well. We as men, we done hardly our mental health
Nobody
in we
cares.
corner already.
Because
Understand?
when you broke on, that's
Yeah.
it.
And I just always say that. Now, this is the advantage I would say women have over men with regards to mental health, right?
Right.
They have way more support system, not in just institutionalized support systems, but support systems among their friends, right? They would, if they get a heartbreak, all of them go sit down and cry together.
You're right about that.
And they actually dealing with the problem now, boy. But for we know, when we get a heartbreak, we will tell you fellas, yeah, boy, come and meet me by the bar now, boy.
drink.
They take a little drink, but if she were, let me take a little drink.
No
right?
kind of healing.
Yeah, that is not healing. That is not no healing. That is
And then after the first time, second time, it's like, nigga, I don't have time for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Until men start the ball, that way I get on, you know.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But men had to sit down and say, dog, it's okay, dog. You will get through this. You understand?
Yeah.
You can't know where wrong it. You had to go through the emotions. You'll get through it, but move forward. Don't let it affect your money and move forward.
All right, so we reached the mark now, right? This segment was a very insightful segment, right? But we had to give our way to willing sponsors on them, right? All right, so we have Mr. Punchy Punch. The Sorrel stands alone. All right, there's the last remaining.
That is
Listen,
Sorrel.
the guest real.
And then coming up to that season, that Sorrel going to be.
Yeah, well, Sorrel
You,
is
you
the
have
thing.
this bunch, you?
Yeah, I taste it. Come on, man.
There's two doubles and blankets, you know. Two doubles.
And you had on the side there, dash that to the side, and you're bad.
They call it Punchy.
And you're bad. You understand?
Seriously, so it is on a date, that kind of thing.
Yeah, you create an experience, and you could probably use the same punchy punch to create the experience.
And you can create punchy punch.
Pull that out for them, right? So our sponsor Punchy Punch has kindly given us, you know, this is you win? Sorry, what?
Sorrel rum.
Oh,
Coke.
sorry. So it's rum shots. Cool. I try my best to not drink as much alcohol as I used to. So
When you correct it, you just can't do it like how you used to.
Yeah,
honestly.
boy.
I said
Yeah,
like
boy,
a
yeah,
Viking, you know.
Yeah, boy.
Right now, this. You know,
Actually, if I drink a little bit of that, I go on for,
Yeah,
for
go on.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
For tomorrow.
but big up Punchy Punch same way. You drink for the bitches and them.
Whoa.
Handle yourself.
Cool. Drink for the females.
We have a little cooler popsicle thing that we want to introduce to the show as well. This
Never see that before, boy.
Yeah, because it's not for like men. Men really put some in the motor sock now. So
okay,
when you
okay.
have your punch, you have a regular juice now. You take one of this frozen, dip it in your thing getting cold,
Oh, serious?
and it's alcohol in it too.
so
Whoa.
it's like a frozen shot.
It's
A
nice,
frozen,
man.
frozen chaser.
I don't watch it as like frozen thing. I just watch it like frozen alcohol infused ice cubes.
Chaser,
Like it's put in your
Right.
Just put it in your. Just put it in your thing.
There's a nice, like a pen, a cool
Yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah, but we reach our age where like it's not fashionable for men to.
Big man like you sucking up and
Yeah. You wouldn't do it, but it tastes good if you want to mix it with your drink.
Yeah.
I would like to see the ladies do it. So it's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So cooler, alcohol infused pop deals. Anyway, back to the show.
Yeah, back to the show. Right. So definitely this was insightful. We talk about a lot of issues that don't really get much air.
Yeah.
All right. So we're trying to air all the issues from the point of view that men and women literally operating on two different wavelengths. We need each other to survive.
Yeah.
This is not a red pill show for the last time. We need each other to survive. What we're trying to do is have a conversation about the rogue elements that has caused this shit to go left real fast. Might I say there's a particular demographic of people that this tends to happen all the time with? The economically unstable people.
Impulsive spenders.
Economically unstable person.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Explain that.
All right.
IUP.
Yeah.
I up.
I up.
Yup.
E up. Oh gosh, my brain boy. Oh gosh.
Yeah, boy. No, I
Yeah.
did.
Like I take a shot at the punch.
Yup.
Yeah, E up. Good. My brain going through them. Yeah.
There's a kind of correlation between people who have the resources and what they have to do to maintain and acquire these resources versus people who don't have the resources. There's not much of a burden of performance to maintain or even create that. Without that burden of performance, there's not much motivation in life to be anything better than what you wake up that morning to be.
All right.
We talking about is like builders versus inheritors. Like you inherit a fortune.
Yeah. So you don't really have a need to.
Like my father do that. He done win, so I win.
Yeah,
as opposed
yeah.
to it being the father.
That's
Right.
a big word for that. It's called apathy.
Apathy.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? The apathy is one thing. But then we're looking at people who have a cyclic, it's a cycle of low achievers or non-achievers. It usually is the ghetto. Sad to say. Usually. And a ghetto doesn't necessarily mean a particular race. ghetto is our mindset, right? In terms of where the term ghetto comes from, it comes from the World War, where
World War II.
World War II, where Hitler basically and the German parliament, or whatever the case is, wanted to subjugate the Jews. So they literally ghettofied them, put them in a place
Put them in a place
where it's going to be impossible
for them to thrive.
for them to thrive.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's what the ghetto comes from. Ghetto is not poor black people, poor Indian people, no. It's basically a place that is actually impossible to thrive. So when you look at the ghettos, there's not much room for growth. And we could talk from now till tomorrow morning comes up, the ghetto will never change. Because that is what it was designed to be. So we try to basically figure our way out to help young people from the ghettos to understand that what you're seeing every day is not reality. It's come like what we say, when you travel, is actually see the world.
Yeah.
And it's open your horizons and you realize, but wait, this fishbowl I was in was...
I would not going to like. Most likely, the first time you go somewhere and you realize that it does not have to smell like piss, and you don't see litter everywhere, you like, what's going on there? And it's be a very populated place.
Yeah.
Like, there's a thing. Then you come back like, oh shit, what have I been doing my whole life?
Basically. So we like to kind of hypothetically speak from if you were somebody in charge. And this is not a pressure. Right? We just look at it from our common sense point of view, the layman's point of view. This might work, it could work, if it don't work, whatever. But if you were in charge and you had the mandate to socially fix the ghetto based on not creating as much baby mothers, not creating as much criminals, what's the first industry or the first place that you would look at?
The family.
The family.
First
so
thing,
incentivize
first thing.
keeping the family together.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the first and foremost, because everything else will stem out from that. You could put how much programs in place. You could spend millions of dollars on programs in place, building up structures, building up playgrounds, all kind of thing. Once that mindset there, it don't matter. You know, it's like giving this might sound a little bad, but it's like giving a piper $1 million, right? It's like all right, he's no longer rich, but within
You're no longer poor.
yeah. Sorry, no longer poor. Good.
Yeah.
This punch shit in that, but yeah.
So, last shot. Yeah.
No longer. So he's no longer considered economically, poor, but mindset he's still poor.
He's still poor.
And what will happen to that $1 million? And in that couple months are done. You understand? So what we need to do is change his mindset. You understand? And the closest societal, I would say, entity that could change somebody's mindset is the family.
So there we have it. All right.
We're back to square one.
Square one.
mom, getting rid of them, the
Stop.
baby mamas. And I suggest it all boils down to one word, and is accountability.
Right.
Right? Once we get that word instilled in people, especially the adults, because we becoming the adults and everything. So we have to hold ourselves accountable with the decisions we make moving forward. Right? Once we make that and we understand that, hey, it's no longer, when you have children, it's no longer about me.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That would change society. It will take a while, it will take a couple generations, but it will change. These things cannot be done overnight. You understand?
Yeah. The Honorable Keith Rowley, our dear Prime Minister, more affectionately known as Bobby Head.
Hey, you can't do that
Bobby's
because
boy.
I was thinking about him specifically today. Like eventually, I want him to come on the show.
If you want-
Bobby's come on.
you keep calling, stop calling the man Bobby.
Did I not
Don't be
give
on-
him the designation of the Honorable
Yeah.
Dr. Keith Rowley, our Prime Minister,
Stop calling man
more
Bobby.
affectionately known as Bobby Head?
Who calls him Bobby here?
I.
Okay.
Call him Bobby Head. Right? My view is my view, right? If you vex, you vex. I just be vexed with the back pay that is be given the public servants.
Whoa.
What you want me to do?
Yeah. Whoa, that's song real permanent.
It is what it is.
Not that way.
Don't take none too serious. It's life.
Yeah.
And that's how he was on the breadline.
Sucker Bobby, what am I telling you? Anyway, right. He literally said something that speaks volumes, but the country don't want to listen to that. Right? He tell women, you all are at fault for choosing these men.
Oh, boy, yeah, boy, you remember that, boy.
Yeah, you can't
Choose your man wisely.
Yeah, you get
Choose
shots
your
for that.
man
You get
wisely.
shots for that.
Yeah, you get real
You get shots for that.
shots flack.
But the man I lie.
Did he lie? So
This episode won't get real hit, you know. I tell you, can I just use your photo alone? That your photo won't be the thumbnail for this. It's like,
But that dude, on your pizza, man, some kind of thing
did he
there.
sign the form? Make sure you sign it. Make sure you sign that release form
I'm
because
gonna stick here.
and because I tell you that they're gonna be like all women is hoes. They're not gonna be cut.
Yeah, you tabloid.
That's good, but properly. You know.
Right, so he said choose your man wisely.
Yeah.
While he might be right on a maybe a governmental scale, there is not much incentive for women to actually want a family anymore. Right? So there's a lot of lobbying that had to take place now to kind of reverse or repeal certain I don't want to say laws because it's not law, but certain incentives that push men out of the household. Right? The welfare state, of course.
Yeah.
Definitely this whole judicial system. Because I have real brethren.
Yeah, boy, licks in that court again. You know?
Yeah.
Licks.
Definitely licks. Right? So if there's a way that we could, I'm not gonna be the one to do it because at the end of the day, men really don't care. At the end of the day. They've been put in such a place that is by whatever, yes, whatever.
Yeah, wherever. Take the house.
I think jail. Whatever.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
But repealing certain incentives will make people kind of need each other more,
Accountable.
hold themselves more accountable to make sure that the family stay together.
Yeah.
Right? Because when the government tell you, well, you will get welfare
But they
or
can't-
you will get maintenance.
You can't really be looking to start a family if you meet a girl on a party, and that was the intention. Eh? People looking to start families
You
based
does
on a
always,
knock.
you does always say one thing, dog. Stop making these scripts, your girl.
Stop dealing scripts.
Stop dealing scripts.
All you had to explain now one time.
What you
So
know?
a scripts is a girl that you just have the sole intention is to beat.
All right.
Men are dealing these girls now
Oh,
because they don't want other men
situationships.
to be the girl.
yeah.
Scarcity.
So,
So
okay.
they think there's the only girl they go beat on. They want exclusivity out of her. So I go deal it.
Yeah.
It's a
We had to change.
situationship.
Yeah, we had to change our mindset, dog.
As opposed to, so it's
right,
either you have to have some form of discipline where it's just like, Dan, maybe you shouldn't just be jamming this girl. Or maybe you should just make it clear, as you see, I don't want anything more than to just jam.
Yeah.
Or
But you see, a lot of men afraid to say them thing because, as you correctly say,
Yeah.
They're not going to get no job.
yeah.
if you tell a girl the truth, 9 out of 10 times she gonna leave. You know, and like
Yeah.
girl,
No,
honestly,
no,
just
what's
hand-
something? In my experience, I used to real lie back in my days, right? I used to real
As long
lie.
as you don't lie on your gunman, though.
No,
you don't want the girls.
No, meaning like talking to the girls. So you would lie, you would sell them the fantasy.
Yeah, I love her.
Right?
Yeah,
you tell them
yeah,
that,
I love
right?
you.
I tell a girl
No.
whatever she wants.
Wanna hear-
No, as I got older, I
Can I sound
realized I needed to change up that because I realized it was becoming too economically stressful to keep up these lies.
You're right, I'll book it.
So,
I
so
swear,
you
because it's
know
so easy.
No, so what I realized, I say, here is the scene, Sion. Anytime you start talking to these girls, I'll be upfront from the start. Tell them, hey, this is the situation. This is what you're getting. Do you accept the terms and conditions of this contract? Yes or no? Right?
And be okay with the fallout.
And be okay with the fallout. And what I notice, right? What I notice is that they might beat up and thing for the first couple days and thing. I'd be like, nah, what you feel like is so.
Right.
But when they sit down and actually everything marinate inside there, it's be like, see, it's one of the first men to actually be upfront with me, and they'll give you a play.
Yeah.
They'll give you a play.
No,
that's just my experience.
Where's get the cake soap that you used to get this? I want to get like, it's a light skin.
No.
It's a light skin.
No. Because no, you know why I can't say it's a light skin thing? Because as I say, I played the game with lies and I played the game with truth. And I realized the truth
In
is
the
a
long
lot-
term.
The truth actually, as I correctly say, in the long term, it better, even for your mental health as well. You got to remember all these lies.
Correct.
You got to remember all that stupidness and thing. And people will see you as a more straightforward person. So they might hate you still, they might hate your gut still.
Very
But they
respect.
can't see
He's a liar.
he's a liar.
Understood.
What you should have done, because they started to make apps for this now.
What's that?
A roster app.
A rust up.
Yeah, it's a roster app. That's it.
Don't kill me, dog.
No, I'm telling you, it's a roster app. So every girl on your roster, I'm not going to tell you any name of the app, but anyway, come here real big.
Wild.
Anyway, So every single girl on your roster,
Insane.
you could literally take down everything, down to the cycle, everything and taking down all the notes. So you just have to know, shucks, she off cycle, she on cycle, she like blue, she like whoever. You just check your app, numbers, everything, and it categorizes. So you know who's who, what is what. So before you pre-brief yourself, go on your app. Oh, okay, Melissa. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm your brother. Remember your brother taking anything? And don't tell the things that you've told her about you. You could note it in.
Quintessential douchebag
So-
app, yes.
I'm not going to tell you your name when you're you're on the good side of the force. Don't come back.
That
I don't do
wild.
that, by the way. I don't do that. I just said there's a
No,
fun
but what I would recommend for men to do though is have your fun in your younger years. Have your fun.
Understood.
So download the app in your younger years. But as you get older, make sure it does not affect your ability to make your income.
Your purpose.
Your purpose,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Your resource, your gathering of resources. So while it might be all well and good, as I say, I've been there. I've played the game on both sides, and I realized that, have people around you, especially ladies around you, who could make you a productive member now. You understand? Wouldn't drag you down. You
Yeah, the
understand?
assets.
Yeah, exactly. And it could also mean your time as well too.
Cool. So, Sion,
Yes.
we're looking at the future,
Right.
right? Aspirations.
Right.
You want to be a family man, you want to make sure, and whatever the case is. But generally speaking, give the younger audience a kind of glimpse into what's your aspirations. Don't give out everything now because, we can't be talking about the dreams too.
Yeah.
But your aspirations in terms of what you deciding that you want to be.
Be what I think.
When you see yourself in the not too distant future.
Yeah, Boogie, if you're listening, that's my little nephew. He's look kind of like you, so listen to this man. I guess some kind of advice.
Carefully.
Boogie, take a listen.
No, well, I do have all the answers.
Understood.
So the best I could say is in the next couple of years, I just want to be in a stable environment in the sense where mentally, you understand? And whether that entails marriage or being single, that is still yet to be decided because I haven't decided. I mean, I know marriage is something I grew up in. I grew up seeing a marriage in front of me.
Right.
And even though it was never something forefront in my life, it doesn't mean I wouldn't look into it. But it was never something forefront in my life. But all I just wanted to do is to just be happy. I know it sounds very mundane, it sounds very thing, but I just want to be in a couple of years, I just want to be happy. Whether that means, making millions, these kind of things, whether it means, having a nice family, I'm still at a stage in my life where I'm still finding out certain things because I learned a lot of stuff later on in my life than sooner. And that was kind of a bad...
I think that's a common thing with like our generation or generations to come.
we learning things late, boy.
Remember before, a young man, he done any bush hunting about 15, 16. He understand life.
Yeah,
What he's
lied
supposed to do. By the time he turned 20, he ready.
Yeah.
Now we figuring out stuff.
Now,
late
here
20s,
the
30s.
unique thing about this generation, though. Now, I would have grown up in the 90s, right?
Okay.
And we were sold a dream,
Yeah.
right? Because that was when the advent of Disney movies come out. You
God.
come out Lion King, you come out, you're seeing all these things.
Mulan.
You had to be the knight in shining armor that
Yeah.
all the princesses want.
Yeah.
You
Be
understand?
Valentine.
And then
No,
No, and then what happened? Then reality hit us. 9/11, wars, all these things just
Pandemic,
shatter everything. You understand? And as now we have to remember we grew up thinking, okay, that's what it's supposed to do.
it's
to be
supposed to
happy.
have a happy ending.
Yeah, it's supposed to be happily ever after, as seen. As a matter of fact, the Looney Tunes, well, let's get us from there. You understand? That taught us,
Hey, we
everything
didn't get
is-
from me Looney Tunes. I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sorry, I mean, the friends
just circles. That's just circles.
It's circles.
Yeah, that just circles. No problem, right? But something resembling, right? But yeah, we were taught, we were taught one thing when we was younger, and we find ourselves having to scamper what happiness is in our later years. So every person's journey is different. Personally, me, I like to make money, right? Right? But you mustn't let it consume you. Because I realized I found myself getting it. And
Covetous.
once again, I have to relearn something like that because I grew up thinking making money is the key to happiness.
The be
right?
all end all.
Be all end all. But not knowing the more you start to make, is the more problems that's come your way.
With the Big Papa.
Big
Yeah.
Papa.
You understand?
Big, you know that Biggie line, Biggie song? More money, more problems.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know big rich man. But based on what I have now compared to what I had about 10 years ago, I would consider myself a rich man based on how little I had
Understood.
to know. And what I've noticed is that as the more money you get, the happiness where you're supposed to increase with that more money where you get.
Right.
But it doesn't happen like that. It does think, as I say, it does happen like that, but nah,
So,
it doesn't work like that.
So reading I'm taking this from Jordan Peterson. All right. He's basically, this is paraphrasing here. He was talking about the innate meaning of life. Life means that you have to struggle. What some people don't understand is that you have to pick a struggle.
Yeah, boy.
If you don't pick a struggle, you're gonna struggle regardless.
Yeah. They will pick one for you.
Yeah, life will give you a struggle and you just an unfortunate person.
Yeah.
Right? So picking a struggle is your first step towards that term happiness or fulfillment.
Right.
And once you pick a struggle, the fulfillment does come from doing the hard things and succeeding at that. So, brother, that was some song advice I give to our younger listeners.
Man, younger.
Yeah.
Boogie, listen to the man.
So it's song advice
You know, you wouldn't
because
listen to me.
money is not everything, but you need it.
Yeah, you definitely need it. You need it to survive and thing. But just do look at it for fulfillment.
Correct.
You understand? Look at it for comfort, not fulfillment. Comfort and fulfillment is not the same thing.
It's a defense. Money is a defense. You need money.
Yeah.
Money is your moat.
To become, as I said, for comfort. Comfort. You needed to do little things.
So
You needed to
two
do-
things that can make you happy is money and boom boom.
Yeah, boy.
And that's the two things the majority of men is run down.
That rich cricketer that died having sex with the 5 women, he might say different. Because he was rich and died. Like, if he had to go out,
Maybe.
that's a bad way to go.
Yeah,
But-
it's not the worst
but
way to go.
There's something called personal clarity.
Yeah, boy.
That is be
His
like,
postcard, was he Gates?
she said, wait, I know
This is
coming
it.
to my senses.
This is it.
He said, there is it, right?
It's
But
real senses.
is our means to end,
Yeah.
right? So choose wisely, gentlemen. All right, brother, we thank you for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me. It was really a nice discussion. I like to talk about these kind of things. So it was a nice discussion. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, any final words?
Our final words, just everybody, baby mamas and everybody alike.
We love you,
You know,
baby mamas. We love you.
We love you all, but hold all yourself accountable now. Please, oh gosh.
Yeah.
And stop, weaponizing children. That is my problem. That is the root of all my problems. Stop weaponizing children.
And to the men,
And to the men, I tell all you all had to take accountability for all yourself as well too, because all the kind of pain we in a situation. Well, the Sims, you understand?
Wow.
I
All
mean,
the
I
pain we
can't
up
be
now,
the
boy.
one saying that, yeah.
All the pain we up, and all the making it bad for the rest of us, and all the sending we backwards now. Understand? So, Sims, hold all yourself accountable. Don't run it down. Don't run down woman. Run down your money. Get your thing in order.
Wait.
Run on fulfillment. I would say
That is it.
run on fulfillment.
Yeah,
I
well,
wouldn't say
fulfillment.
Run-
I really
she's-
meant fulfillment,
she's not
but I
fulfillment.
just say,
fulfillment.
let me while it up.
Well, yeah.
Amigo.
Yo, happy Men's Day. Get yourself, get your testicles checked. Just remember, it's still no November. So if you,
Yeah, boy.
give up. I trying to not shave, but I still take the shave because I was looking like Grizzly Adams. Well, enjoy yourself. Fellas, we here for your sisters, ladies, whatever. We here for you too.
Yeah, we love you still, no? Just
But if you sort of going to Patreon thing, I don't know. I might drop all the girls this man number because I only know they want light skin.
you know that.
Well, they know you want light skin.
All the cheap bastards.
You might be able to
just
get a
find
date
us.
with him.
No. I got my plate done full already.
Yo, they coming for that. Eh?
Pause.
They, not me.
That's all.
They. Them females are-
I thought you mean like it was non-binary for a second. I thought it was.
Oh my god, hell no. Ah shit. All right, so Mr.
I talk already.
All right, cool. No, I saying tell them how you can find you. Whatever.
Oh yes. He does add he-ho. You could add 2 measy for 2 man
Mr.Bazi
_.
Instagram. All right, so as usual, do good every time. Good will follow. This is the end of the show. Thank you very much.
That's all, folks.